said India has remained reluctant in sitting for a dialogue to address the long-standing border issues between the two countries, despite repeated political and diplomatic initiatives to seek for a solution. However, Foreign Minister Pradeep Gyawali at a meeting yesterday expressed of hopes that the southern neighbor would soon agree for a bilateral talk to resolve the pending issue. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the top stories of the hour. Ruling NCP leaders suggest the government to settle border disputes with India. Foreign Minister Gyawali states of India's indifference towards holding talks with Nepal. 32 new cases this morning in addition to 593 yesterday takes the total tally of coronavirus cases in Nepal to 11,778. Death toll reaches 27. Washington to impose a sanction to restrict visas to Chinese Communist Party officials believed to be responsible for undermining freedoms in Hong Kong. And Juventus move closer to the Serie A title after a 4-0 thumping of Lecce last night. The defending champions attain a 7-point lead in the league table. The government has said India is reluctant in settling the ongoing border disputes with Nepal. Speaking at the ruling Nepal Communist Party's Standing Committee meeting yesterday, Foreign Minister Pradeep Kumar Gyawali informed India has remained reluctant to settle the long-standing border disputes. Minister Gyawali informed that Nepal has been taking both political and diplomatic initiatives to retrieve the land encroached by India. However, having said that, Minister Gyawali added that he believed India would soon agree to sit for a dialogue to resolve the border dispute. Minister Gyawali informed that the Indian government has been avoiding the report prepared by the Eminent Persons Group or the EPG, which would be a milestone to further strengthen the relationship between the two nations. Party spokesperson Naren Kaji Shrestha informed that 18 committee members presented their views on the agendas and said that participating members during the meeting urged the government to settle the ongoing border disputes with India at the earliest. The ruling NCP's Standing Committee meeting is scheduled to resume at 11 a.m. today. Meanwhile, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli did not attend the meeting yesterday, citing busy schedule and assigned Executive Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal to chair the meeting. The meeting is to continue to dwell on the issues surrounding the controlling and containing of COVID-19 spread, border disputes with India and its settlement, and the government's performance so far, along with the highly controversial American-funded Millennium Challenge Corporation or the MCC. The number of coronavirus cases in Nepal has reached 11,778 as 32 new cases were recorded this morning. All new cases are from Gandaki province. According to the Health Directorate of Gandaki province, 22 individuals in Syangza, 8 in Baglung and 2 in Nawalparasi East have been infected. Swab samples of these infected individuals were tested in laboratories in Pokhara, Dang and Kathmandu. 593 new COVID-19 cases were recorded in Nepal yesterday. According to the ministry, 6,535 samples were tested through the PCR method, taking the total to 206,271 tests in the country. Meanwhile, the ministry informed that 48 individuals were discharged from various hospitals after full recovery. With this, 2,698 people have been discharged from different hospitals across the country following full recovery. According to the Health Ministry, 9,030 people are in isolation, while 71,021 individuals are in different quarantine centers across the country. Meanwhile, the death toll in the country due to COVID-19 has reached 27 after a woman who was undergoing treatment in Rapti Academy of Health Sciences in Dang tested positive yesterday, 3 days after her death. Political dialogues between Nepal and India have halted in recent days due to the ongoing border disputes. In this scenario, experts opine the military relation between the two nations could help find ways to settle any tensions. However, at the face of the controversial political statement from the Indian Chief of Army Staff regarding the border disputes between Nepal and India and the delay in accepting the post of Honorary Chief of Army Staff for almost 6 months now, experts hint at a falling relationship between the military bodies of the two countries. We have more.
Like the political relation, the military relationship between Nepal and India is also highly compact. Both the countries felicitate the Chief of Army Staff of each other with the honorary title, which is very rare in other parts of the world. Likewise, the newly appointed military leaderships makes its first visit to each other's country. Mukunda Naravane took charge of the Indian Army in December. However, he has not yet visited Nepal to receive the felicitation of the honorary title even after 6 months of his appointment. Instead, he gave controversial political remarks on the border dispute between the two countries, accusing Nepal for being behest of someone for raising the Kalapani issue that created distress in the political relationship. The Nepalese political leaderships, however, criticized Naravane's remarks and urged him to maintain his professional protocol and limitation. India has been overlooking Nepal's consistent efforts to hold bilateral dialogues to settle the ongoing dispute between the two countries at the political level, which exhibits bitter relationship between the two neighboring countries. Defense experts say that the Indian Chief of Army Staff could have visited Nepal one day to receive the honorary title despite the coronavirus crisis. This is not the first occasion in which the military relation between the two countries has soured. Earlier in September 2018, Nepal stepped back from participating in the joint military exercise among the BIMSTEC countries led by India, which created mistrust in the military relations between the two countries. Chief of Army Staff of Nepal Army Purna Chandra Thapa during his visit to India to receive the honorary title was unable to call on Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It was seen during the blockade imposed by India in 2015 that military diplomacy could facilitate in reducing political vacuum created between the two countries. India has always warned of turmoil and special relations between the two countries whenever Nepal claims sovereignty on its land. Military relation between the two countries is a part of the special relationship. However, the Indian Chief of Army Staff avoiding to receive the honorary title and giving political remarks instead has raised questions whether India is trying to evade military relations between the two countries. With camera person Rupak Koirala and reporter Ramesh Thamala, this is Bipashna Thamang for Kantipur News Desk.
In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the people in Dolakhat district why has not there been proper coordination among the 3 tiers of government while carrying out construction and development works. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
प्रदेशले पनि त्यहाँ हालेको छ, स्थानीय पनि त्यहाँ हालेको छ, केन्द्रले पनि त्यहाँ हालेको छ, ओभरल्याप पनि भएको छ, एकअर्कामा समन्वय नै छैन। यो नगरेरै नभएको, यो किन भएन भन्नुभन्दा पनि नगरेरै नभएको।
तीनैवटा सरकार चाहिँ आफ्नै ढंगले पनि लागेछन् र त्यो योजना पनि डुप्लिकेसन हुने काम त्यसरी भएको।
आफ्नो चाहिँ पहुँच देखाउने, आफ्नो चाहिँ त्यहाँ चाहिँ आफ्नो परेको छ कि छैन भनेर हेर्ने भन्दा पनि गाउँ टोल बस्ती स्तरबाट योजना लिएर आउने, त्यो योजनालाई चाहिँ स्थानीय सरकार प्रदेश सरकार हुँदै केन्द्र सरकारसम्म पुर्याउने अवस्था भयो भने अनि डुप्लिकेसन हुँदैन।
एउटै परियोजनामा केन्द्रित ढंगले बजेट आउँदैन र छरपष्ट ढंगले बजेट आउँछ, धेरैतिरबाट आउँदा चुइँदाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो समस्या देखिन्छ।
गाउँपालिका कस्तो हुने, प्रदेश कस्तो हुने र ओभरअलमा चाहिँ नेपाल कस्तो हुने भन्ने कोसँग चाहिँ प्रष्ट भिजन छ, यो नै भएको देखिए।
आज सडकको काम हुन्छ, भोलि खानेपानीको काम हुन्छ, पर्सि ढल निकासको काम हुन्छ। अघिल्लो पटक गरेको काम दोस्रो पटकले बिगारिदिन्छ, दोस्रो पटकले गरेको काम तेस्रो पटकले बिगारिन्छ। यस्ता समन्वयको अभावमा हाम्रा विकास गतिविधिहरू भएका छन्। त्यसैले हाम्रा सरकारले बनाउने विगतका पुराना नीति नियमहरूलाई नै आमूल परिवर्तन गरेर जनपक्षीय नीति नियम बनाउँछ भन्ने हामीले आशा गरेका थियौँ। सङ्घीय सरकार आएपछि, यो स्थानीय सरकार आएपछि, प्रदेश सरकार आएपछि ती पनि पुरानै फर्मेट र ढाँचामा गएका छन्।
एउटाले हालेको कार्यक्रममा अर्कोको बजेट हुन नदिने गरी चाहिँ यो चाहिँ लिङ्केज गर्यो भने चाहिँ यो कन्ट्रोल हुन सक्छ।
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, why have universities been without leadership for the past 10 months? Your options are A, not in priority, B, lack of capable candidates, and C, dispute in political sharing. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. With that, it's time now for our special segment, Media Watch.
Minister for Foreign Affairs Pradeep Gyawali held a telephone conversation with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on Wednesday. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, both the leaders shared experiences of the fight against COVID-19. During the conversation, they also offered sympathies and condolences on the loss of human lives due to the pandemic. According to a press statement released by the ministry, both the leaders discussed the importance of the development partnership between the two countries, which has complemented Nepal's efforts for socio-economic development. During the call, U.S. Secretary of State Pompeo assured Minister Gyawali of continued U.S. cooperation. The conversation between Minister Gyawali and his U.S. counterpart Pompeo has been taken as a significant one at a time when the ruling Nepal Communist Party itself is indecisive over the fate of the agreement on American Assistance Millennium Challenge Corporation. The tax officers have witnessed a throng of people with the relaxing of the lockdown since 15th of June. The service seekers, unfortunately, are not found to maintain minimum social distancing at these offices. This crowd of service seekers were at the Transport Management Office in Lalitpur to pay the road taxes, receive driving licenses, and renew blue books, among other administrative works. The service seekers have not bothered to maintain social distancing and other safety measures. Similar crowds were also seen at the tax office in Bhaktapur's Jagati. All the administrative works at the transport management offices were stalled since the implementation of the lockdown on 24th of March this year. Apart from these transport offices, land revenue and survey offices have also seen a surge of service seekers. With the present fiscal year coming to an end, people have flocked the tax offices, giving rise to fears that the close contact among the people can lead to community spread of coronavirus. As the global pandemic of COVID-19 continues to hurt economies around the world, industrialists in Nepal too have begun depositing huge sum of investment-worthy money in banks. This has resulted in surplus liquidity worth over 100 billion rupees. The government decided to ease the ongoing nationwide lockdown that had halted majority of economic activities for almost 3 months. However, industrialists have lacked enthusiasm in new ventures and business expansion. Liquidity excess has been witnessed since mid-June this month by 38 billion rupees. The amount, along with the 65 billion rupees at the beginning of the month, has taken the surplus amount to 103 billion rupees. Economists call liquidity surplus a negative indicator for any economy, and the ongoing situation, analysts say, is sure to dent the government's aim of an economic growth of 7% in the upcoming fiscal year. Rukum West District Court has remanded 23 people facing criminal charges over the Soti killings into judicial custody after the conclusion of preliminary hearing on the infamous case. A single bench of Justice Bidyaraj Paudel on Wednesday issued the order to remand 23 culprits, including Dambar Bahadur Malla, chairman of Ward No. 8 Chaur Jahari Municipality, in judicial custody over the alleged involvement in the killings of 6 youngsters in Soti village. It has come to the light that villagers in Soti chased away Nabaraj Bika and 18 of his friends who had come from Jajarkot to help Bika elope with his girlfriend. In the ensuing developments, 6 bodies, including that of Bika, were recovered from the Veri River. Meanwhile, a team comprising members of Karnali Provincial Assembly, after inspecting the incident site and talking to witnesses, had concluded that the incident was premeditated and born out of caste-based discrimination. This is Amar Singh Pradhan for our special segment Media Watch and Kantipur News Desk.
That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.